why Drake just got dissed by Pharrell. Yeah, I heard Pharrell dropped a little diss track too. I'm surprised nobody sent it. Like, comment, subscribe. First off, we got 30 seconds. We gotta follow the kick. We live right now. How much? We got more. We live. Follow the kick. What's the kick? Squeeze reacts. Yeah, this is it. Squeeze reacts on Kick. It's free. You don't gotta pay nothing. You feel me? All you gotta do is download the app, or you can go on your browser. Voila. Let's get to the tunes though. Where that shit at? Boom.
After over an entire year of dissing and taunting that has of course reached an all-time high during the peak of when Drake was going back and forth with diss tracks against Kendrick Lamar, Pharrell Williams has finally responded to Drake with a diss of his own in the most Pharrell way possible. And first off, the fact that Drake has reached a point where the guy who is considered to be one of the nicest people in the entire music industry is finally clapping back at him really shows just how low Drake has sunk at this moment. But beyond just this, when we look at the way Pharrell has actually called Drake out, it isn't just wild to hear Pharrell alluding to the downfall Drake is going through right now as he adds his own perspective into this entire feud, but with the way he has pulled off getting a jab in at this moment in time in his career, it only makes this entire moment even more insane and on his end.
How y'all feel about the whole Drake is like, I feel like Drake downfall is here. I don't feel like it's over for Drake. I mean, yeah, I don't feel like it's over. You feel me? I feel like he got his ass whipped. Yeah. Kendrick put the belt to that nigga ass, but I don't think his career is finished. Like, I don't know. I don't think that it's over. He gonna have to just bounce back with some fire. Like, he gotta come out with some fire shit. Niggas ain't never gonna forget about that Kendrick shit. He might be diluted. Who am I? I don't know.
Just shows off.
Yeah, it ain't making it no better that every week is some new reference shit coming out too. Like, it's a new nigga every week rapping a song that Drake done made a hit. Like, feel me? So, yeah, he took hella damage with this. Yeah, this was definitely Is it gun to your head, name 5 Pharrell songs. Shit, I can give you 5 Pharrell beats. I probably could give you 5 Pharrell songs though. Gun to my head, I probably could do 5. Like, with him featured on it too, like, not him dolo, but like him on the feature. He got some shit with Jay-Z. He got like 2, 3 of them with Jay-Z. I could knock that out immediately. You got the shit with the clips. I could name a few Pharrell songs. He got some shit. Happy, a hit. Because I'm happy. I ain't gonna lie, that shit used to put me in a good mood. I ain't gonna lie. That song used to put me in a good mood. He got mad so the shit with Jay-Z. I'm a hustler, baby. What? I just want you to know. Come on, y'all niggas better not act like y'all don't know that.
How clever.
Excuse me. What's your name? Well, that nigga got some shit. Don't play with Pharrell. Nah. We not about to forget about Pharrell.
Of an artist he is on every level. So when it comes to how Pharrell has dissed Drake, while everybody else involved in this beef has released aggressive diss tracks that make it clear that they are targeting Drake or whoever else they may be after, or other artists have just hopped on features and affiliated with people who are clearly against Drake to show that they echo the same sentiments, Pharrell hasn't done either of these things and instead has sent some words Drake's way through the release of his new single Double Life, which is not just any standalone release of his, but is a part of the soundtrack he is working on for none other than Despicable Me 4, which first off, the fact that Pharrell is dissing Drake on a soundtrack for a movie like this is just absolutely hilarious, and while some people are looking at this fact and thinking that this was not intentional on Pharrell's end because of it, when we look a little bit closer at where his career is at, we can see that this wasn't just intentional, but it was the only possible way to defend his name after being brought up in this recent beef over and over again and almost being used by Drake as a sort of prop to just add more fuel to everything and beyond just this feud alone. With Drake taunting Pharrell even before this on some massive songs like Travis Scott's Meltdown from Utopia.
Come on, man. That gotta count. We named it 5. We gotta throw that Snoop Dogg in there. That's one. Come on, bro. Let's talk about it. He got shit. Pharrell got some shit, bro.
And even in the Jumbotron Poppin' video all the way back during the Her Loss era of Drake's career, we're in the video, he showed himself flaunting some of Pharrell's most iconic things. This response has been a long time in the making, but considering everything Pharrell has going on in his career right now, and as a result of this, the high standards and image he
I ain't gonna lie though. I'm gonna keep it 20 nickels with y'all niggas right now. YouTube, I'm expecting some I'm expecting some flack back in the comments from what I'm about to say, but I really don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck how niggas feel. Nigga, fuck Pharrell. Yeah, let's get to that. Yeah, fuck Pharrell, nigga. That nigga's a hoe. He's a hoe ass nigga. Yeah, Warline. Yeah, Warline. And I'll do this in the middle of this reaction. Warline. Warline. Where my nigga X at?
Alright, Pharrell or Timberland? You ain't work with neither one of them, nigga?
Oh, what I want to work with?
Well, who you like better to work with? If you
As a
were.
producer.
Or as a producer, yeah.
See, it's different answers for different reasons. I think I like Timberland better as a person, as an artist. And, like, I would love to work with Pharrell. Don't get me wrong. I would love to work. He's a musical genius.
Yes.
It just fucked me up when I saw some interview, he did some shit on Instagram. He's like, oh, I'm snitching.
Oh.
I'm snitching. I'm snitching.
I'm sorry. Damn, dude.
It's a difference between.
Went that viral?
Yo, it's a difference between, like, I'm not gonna get in trouble. It's a difference between, I'm not gonna get in trouble for something that you did, as opposed to, I got FBI on speed dial.
He did say that.
What are you calling for?
He said that? Nah,
Yeah,
he
he
said
said
that.
it on speed dial. Yeah, I remember that.
He means like.
Why you calling?
No,
Listen, if they come get you,
come to-
then you say something like, I didn't do it. That's the most you say. But don't call what you calling for. Yo, this shit just happened. Nah.
No,
They ain't even asking you nothing if you call them. They ain't asking you shit.
RPX. RPX. That's all I want. I don't fuck with Pharrell, so fuck him. Yeah.
He has to uphold. When we look at what he just did by releasing a song
Fuck
like
him, you
this,
ask me,
it was
nigga.
his only opportunity to
RPX,
get anything
nigga,
off against
fuck him.
Drake without setting himself back. And if you don't know what I mean by this, all you have to do is look at how far Pharrell has gotten in recent years with everything he is doing at the moment. And while this is because he is a great artist who has so
Happy
much to
ass
offer
nigga.
as a creative voice in just about any field that you put him in, it's also because this guy is almost
Happy
never
ass
in
nigga.
any sort of controversy that can damage his name or the massive brands he is working on major projects with. Now, whether this is his position at Louis Vuitton as creative director, which is a massive role and has even allowed for him to help other rappers like Tyler the Creator make an even bigger impact in lanes that they are passionate about beyond music, or it's his upcoming Lego movie Piece by Piece, which aside from looking spectacular with its incredible art style and cameos from Lego versions of Kendrick Lamar, Snoop Dogg, Jay-Z, and many others, to be able to even get a biopic in the Lego format in the first place, which will probably end up also having sets with figures of him to go along with it. It's really a sentiment
That's
to the
how
way
you'll
that
be
while
fired,
still
though.
being his most authentic self in everything he does,
That shit look like it's gonna be fired on that Lego shit.
Pharrell has kept such a strong, positive, and controversy-free image to the public, and of course right now, with him once again doing the music for one of the biggest animated film franchises out right now. From Louis Vuitton to Lego to Despicable Me,
Stupid ass mustache.
Pharrell Williams has amassed some of the craziest collaborations and roles that any musician can have, and as a result of having all this going on in his career, and having to uphold this strong image that pushes forward not just himself, but the entire music community as a whole, as he is always bringing others up with him and discovering and helping new creatives. Pharrell can't just engage in a rap beef, and especially one that has been so heated and personal due to the accusations that have came Drake's way like most other rappers could, so when you consider all this, and see how in this very moment in time, following what has become years of tension, has only gotten worse and worse. When we get to this new track, Double Life, and hear Pharrell's lyrics which read, "What are you hiding? What do you do when you're gone? Nothing wrong being private. Make sure it ain't wrong. Your life double-sided, two-faced like coins. What side do I get? What side are you on?" And later in the song he goes on
Those were some shots. Those were some shots.
to say,
What side are you on, nigga?
"So what have you done? Some of your dirt has come to light, speeding up that hill until the brakes come off, and someone saw you in a fight." It's pretty clear that with lyrics that are apparently mirroring everything Drake represents to mass audiences at this moment, Pharrell knew what he was doing by releasing this song at this moment in time, and now building on those lyrics that seem to line out the entire situation of where Drake is at. Throughout the rest of this track, Pharrell emphasizes over and over again this idea that somebody is lying and that they have went down the wrong path and chose the wrong side, and when you consider everything that went down and see how Drake has been called out for being a liar and a fraud, and being accused of having this rotten side that we can't all see, and ultimately, just coming to terms with the idea that his own impulsiveness and arrogance got him into the position he is in, where he didn't just turn what feels like the entire rap game against him, but would also cause him to underestimate his opponents and then get embarrassed like few other rappers ever have been before. When you know that while Pharrell has been seen as an artist so unproblematic that you can give him an entire Lego movie and have him work on one of the biggest family films of the year and he will bring no damage or bad press to your brand whatsoever, but at the same time, understand that despite how successful this man is, he has never been afraid to be his most authentic self and still associate with artists who inspire him no matter the risk, whether it's been somebody who for years was seen as so problematic in Tyler the Creator, or an individual as polarizing as Kanye West, or even somebody whose entire reputation as an artist is built off some of the most dark and gritty things out there in Pusha T, who he's only continued to work with and embrace further as their careers have progressed. While it may seem ridiculous that Pharrell Williams is masking a song that is marketing a movie about Gru and Minions as a Drake diss, when you can see the fine line that he has walked throughout his entire career that's made him the go-to guy for so many big brands to team up with, yet the devotion to the authenticity that to this day has kept Pharrell cherished as not just an institution in the music world or one of the best producers, but most importantly, one of the most respected artists that any other musician, no matter what generation or genre they operate in, would love to work with. This recent track being Pharrell's genius way of finally responding to Drake, but doing it within a way that can't damage any of the accomplishments he has made, and push back any of the barriers that he's moved forward that getting within a rap beef that is when this sour could cause. Pharrell Williams has once again shown us that he is a true genius who, even while navigating partnerships and collabs with some of the strictest brands that you can work with, can still find the most clever and effective ways to let somebody know who is not on his good side that despite their best efforts to drag him into this beef and diminish his own legacy, that they have failed. And this is why, for Pharrell's standards and just for what this represents in the exchange between him and Drake, this is without a doubt the best thing he could have done. So now, out of all of the moments we have had go down related to this beef, Pharrell using the Minions to diss Drake was definitely not one I expected, but regardless, the fact that he was able to use this track as not just a way to promote Despicable Me 4, but also to let Drake know that his games are not going to work on him is genuinely great and just shows how ineffective anything Drake did against him was. And looking forward, this entire moment serves as a warning to Drake where Pharrell is telling him to not go any further with this ridiculous feud that he just can't seem to let go. So with all this said, let me know, what do you think of Pharrell's response? Do you think that Pharrell shut down Drake from continuing this beef here, or do you think that Drake will find yet another way to come at him again in the near future? I can't wait to hear what you have to say, and if you want to see what the best and worst songs of the year are so far, check out the suggested video.
Roll line.